He was shot and nearly killed in Iraq in 2005. Earlier this year, we told you about Sergeant Eddie Ryan's desire to get from his home in Lake George to a Marines reunion in Florida. We told you about the challenge of finding a specially equipped RV to accommodate Eddie and his wheelchair for the long trip. Thanks to the generosity of a lot of people, the man who nearly gave his life had the time of his life.
It's always been a dream to me.
That was Eddie Ryan back in February telling me it was his dream to be reunited with his former Marines and go on an alligator hunt. Shot and critically injured in Iraq in 2005, he hadn't seen members of his sniper platoon since that day he almost died.
It's been way too long.
The plan was made. A Florida-based charity called Springs of Change set it all up. But because of his brain injury, Eddie can't fly, and they couldn't find a special RV to rent, one with a lift, to get Eddie to Florida. But there was a very strong will to make it happen. So, to the reunion that he's wanted to go to see his fellow Marines. A fundraiser was held in Lake George. Hundreds turned out and made sure a lack of money wouldn't keep Eddie home.
Mark of Channel 13 and Holiday Inn, they got us across the finish line.
The real finish line came when the group Tunnel to Towers came up with an RV. They delivered it to Lake George, and it was game on. Eddie, his father, and 4 others, including 3 Marines, made the trip south.
As soon as we got Eddie out of that RV, his Marines were right there, and they just embraced him. They hugged him, they kissed him, they were just so happy that Eddie was doing well.
Eddie, what was that like?
It was awe-inspiring.
Awe-inspiring?
Yep.
The guys hadn't seen him in 19 years. It was good for the boys to be together, and I'm so grateful that he got to do it.
They were my platoon.
One of the platoon couldn't be there in person, but the sniper who saved Eddie's life, Sergeant Carl Schaefer, FaceTimed with Eddie. Priceless.
I think about you all the time. I love you. And I wish I could be more like you sometimes, yeah.
It was just amazing, the love there, you know.
In addition to the reunion, Eddie wanted to hunt alligators, which are considered invasives in some areas of Florida.
They get to be a certain size and they become very dangerous. So it's good to harvest them. Once
a sniper, always a sniper. With his dad's help, Eddie bagged a big one. You got one, Eddie.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about it. What was it? How big? Big one?
11 feet and 300 pounds.
Yeah, 11 feet, 300 pounds.
Yep. He was a dinosaur.
It was almost 2 months ago that Eddie Ryan's dream of hunting an alligator and reuniting with his Marines came true, but he's still smiling about it. How much did you enjoy shooting that gator?
On the scale of 1 to 100, 1,000.
What was the best part of the trip for you?
My reunion.
So how do you top that? Well, there might be a way. Next April 13th is Eddie's Alive Day. It's the 20th anniversary of the day he defied the odds. And there's talk of bringing all of his Marines to Lake George to celebrate that day with him. And wouldn't that be something if they all make it here? And I hope it happens.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're going to do what you can, Mark, to make that happen.
We'll be there if it does, yeah.